Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Y'all know I've been waiting for this day for so very long. This is Carib Star Radio. Of course, this is your Caribbean Sunrise with Kevin Crown. And of course, yours truly, Vane. But somebody special is in the building. Special is an understatement. She is the queen of Soca. Just that statement alone, you already know. Representing the 246, representing Barbados. Oh my goodness. Roll out the red carpet. Alison Hinds.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. She's a queen to me. Alison Hinds in the building. Hey, what's up? We're getting on. What's up?
I'm just here. Oh my God.
Can you tell we're excited?
Yes.
No, not at all. Not at all. I would never have picked that up from that introduction at all.
Listen, the first time I actually was in the same room with Alison Hinds, I think maybe I was in a studio or something like that. And I was like a kid in a candy store, like, oh my God, it's really her. It's really her. And people, let me tell you something. You might have seen her on stage, but I'm here to tell you, yes, it's true. She's just as beautiful off stage as she is on stage. When they say the Bajan ones them born with it. Oh my God.
And you already know I told you the first time that I was in a room with you, I was also like, I don't get starstruck. That don't even happen. And I've met so many people, but it was definitely still that same vibe. Like that's Alison Hinds.
Yeah.
That's Alison Hinds.
And you know, it's crazy after you get to know Ali. You know, she's really down to earth. She's a real person. Like as big as she is, because she is the queen of soca music. Let's not get it twisted. But as cool as she is, like people even like now when people see me talking to her, they like walk up to the side of me like, yo, Kevin, yo. Can I say what's up to Ali? I'm like, yeah, say what's up. She's right there.
Go ahead. She's right there.
She's not gonna bite. What you think she's gonna do? Not right now.
Peasant, get away. I don't have time for you right now.
Oh man, but yeah, man. So much memories, man. It's
let me start off this thing.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Start off this thing, crap, because there's so much that we could talk to you about. But I know that this year in particular, outside, I mean, obviously Trinidad Carnival, but there was something huge that you did with the Miami Heat for the Caribbean Heritage Night halftime show. You were the featured guest, and that is such an amazing way to kick off 2024. How was that experience for you?
Oh, it was so great. It was so much fun. The Barbados Tourism and Marketing Inc., the BTMI, they were one of the major sponsors for my performance. So they made sure that I got there, and the Miami Heat people, they really hosted us really well. Was well taken care of. We knew what was going on, what was happening, and everybody was excited. Like the excitement was palpable inside of there. So many West Indian Americans and Caribbean people that came out. And when at halftime, when I was, when we headed out to where I was going to perform, like it was like people just came out in droves. They just came out in droves. They were so excited. It was like, oh my gosh, we can get a little excitement here. And I mean, the response was huge. It was really huge. And the executive in terms of Miami Heat, they were very, very impressed with the way that the whole thing was executed, the way that it went down. And there's a lot of West Indian Americans that work with the Miami Heat in terms of, as a part of the association. So they were the ones that really spearheaded the whole night and made sure and just got everything and pulled together. And of course, West Indian Americans living in Florida, living in Miami, everybody just came out. There was DJs outside playing soca as people were coming into the arena. Um,
Mm.
there was food places set up. It was really, like you could feel the Caribbean, and having pan players play the U.S. national anthem. Like they thought about so many, little ways that non-Caribbean people could feel our energy. So I really had a great time.
Nice, nice. How do you get ready for a show like that? After all these years, I know you still got your routines and things that you do, but how do you get ready for a show like that and a show in general? What's your routine for getting ready
Mm-hmm.
for a show?
Um, well, I like to be in my space. Sometimes, depending on how early I get to the event, before showtime, I also like to kind of get a feel for what's going on, how the audience is, just kind of hanging backstage, vibing with other artists, that kind of stuff. As it gets closer to my actual performance, then I will tend to go in my dressing room, and just really focus on what it is that I have to do for something like that. Because I knew that it was timed, we had a short, compressed set of time. So I wanted to make sure that the song choices were on point, and that we weren't going to have, that we were making use of every minute and every second that we had to make sure that people felt everything. And in general, when it comes to preparing, it's a similar thing. It's really about focusing on, making that audience have a wonderful time and making sure that they, have that I help them make memories, because that's what this is about, being a live performer and a recording artist. You want your music to help to create good memories, and that every time you hear our music or you hear one of my songs, that it takes you back to a good place, that it takes you back.
Mm.
Remember what you were doing when you first heard the song. You remember where you were. Um, so all of those things are kind of going through my head when I'm preparing for a performance. And I don't like to interact with too many people that are outside of my team, just because I want to be focused. So I'm not going to be, taking pictures or doing any of those things. Like, I really need to focus so that I can give of my best. When I'm done and I've cooled down and stuff, then I can indulge the fans and I can, do all of that. But I really like to get focused before I get on stage, because I want to be able to do my best every time.
Now, sometimes, or not, well, sometimes when you're performing, and I've noticed this, sometimes you're the only Bayesian artist on the card, right? Or on the flyer or on the show. And of course, shout out to Just Jay, shout out to Lead Pipe, Hyper Sounds, Marsville, Lil Rick, Edwin. But what do you attribute to that longevity of your career and the fact that consistently every year your name is mentioned? Like, people might not know any other name about, when it comes to Barbados, but they know Alison Hinds. So what do you attribute that to?
Um, I think it comes down to planning and strategy, and sitting down with my team and figuring out, okay, what is the goal for what's the goal for this year, or what is the what's the long term goal, and then what are the short term goals that
Mm-hmm.
we to achieve and reach. And you know I like working with younger people, because it's the generation that's coming up. They view things differently, they see and hear things differently, and it helps for me to understand where I am and what I may need to do to maybe tweak what I'm doing, continue on the same road, or if I want to change. all of those things. You have to look at your relevance. You have to look at kind of where you are also in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
in terms of, I'm an artist that's been on the scene for many years, and it's different as you get older, because all of us are getting older, whether we want to admit it or not. We're all
Mm-hmm.
older, and so as you get older, you have to sometimes reevaluate as well.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that happening in the background, so that you can keep things seamless, but you can also start to make whatever changes or adjustments that needs to be made. So there has to be planning, and there has to be, again, strategy. It has to be purposeful. It doesn't happen by accident. I haven't had the longevity that I've had by accident. And any artist like myself, Edwin, Machelle, any artist that has been in this business for decades, uh,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't happen by accident. It
Yeah.
definitely does not happen by accident. You have to put in that extra work. You have to have a really good team as well that is
Mm-hmm.
going to give you ideas, that you can also bounce ideas off of each other, and
Mm-hmm.
figure out the best route and the best way to be able to get to where you need to be. So it's definitely, it has to be purposeful and definitely planning.
And just in case you're just tuning in, this is Capstar Radio, of course, your Caribbean Sunrise. Alison Hinds, the queen, is in the building. I know Kevin has
Yes.
some more questions for
Of
you.
course I do. Of course. As one of the I'm gonna call you the blueprint. All right. I'm gonna just keep it real. As the blueprint. All right. I would give that title to you, and of course to Destra, the Queen of Bacchanal. The blueprint of the modern day female soca artist. Do you look at some of the upcoming females and kind of be like, well, she's doing this right, but she need to add a little something to do you look back as the blueprint of the innovator of this thing? Do you look at it sometimes and say, well, they need to work on some of these things?
I think everybody's journey is very different,
Hmm.
and especially specifically for female artists. It's we have some really great female artists right now who are killing it. They are killing it in this game. And I'm so happy to see that not only have they come up, but they are consistent. And that is important. Committed, they are dedicated, and this is their passion. And so I'm really, really happy to see, but there's always room for more. There's always room for more females, because soca is definitely still very much male dominated. And one of the things that I'm actually actively working on right now is a project that is happening right now in Barbados to help to develop female artists coming out of Barbados right now. And the reality is that I came out with my first hit, Ragamuffin, in 1996. This is 2024. And we had TC for a little while, we had Natalie for a little while. But after that, it's been me in terms of soca coming out of Barbados in particular. And I am anxious to have another female artist come out of Barbados, to have their music come out and be strong. And, they're touring and they're out there and making their own mark, because I'm seeing the other islands have, and right now the reality is that the bulk of the female artists are from Trinidad and Tobago, and you can't
Mm-hmm.
get away from that. That's what it is. It's a fact. Um, but I, as much as I love doing what I'm doing, I don't want to. I don't want to perform in this capacity for the rest of my life. You know, something that I want to be able to have the choice to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna back away for some more. I'm stepping into something else. I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm doing something else. Still active, but just not performing as much. I don't want to be at a point where I have to perform. That's not, and I don't want it to be that my legacy as not just a Caribbean female artist, but a Bajan female artist, that there isn't anyone coming behind me to say, well, okay, she is going to not necessarily take over from me, but she is going to go and do her own thing representing for Barbados. And I think that's something that's very important. As I said, it is something that I am working on right now. There is a project in place that's happening as we speak that is working on some of the young up and coming female artists. And then I am also going to develop my own in-depth program that I want. I want it to be. It's not going to be a one-off thing. This is going to be an actual program that is going to continue, because, and it's not that I don't want to help develop artists in general. There's always that. I am always there for that. But at this present time, female artists, Bajan female artists, need that extra help, that guidance, that material that is going to allow them to be able to make that next step, to be out there, to be heard, to be seen. And that's very, very important to me. That's very important. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this particular project. And if I can take it and then, take it around the region and take it into other islands, then I would happily do that. If other islands are interested, and draw in the female artists from there, and be able to have this movement and this groundswell of female artists. And not just artists, we need female producers. We need female writers. Like, in that aspect, we are definitely in the minority. We have two female producers, and we need more. We need more women to be involved in that aspect of production. So, if whoever's seeing me or listening to me this morning, that is interested in either developing a program, or you want me to help to develop a program in your island, then please let me know. Please reach out, because it is important. Our stories also need to be told from us as women. Our stories need to be told by women, and as I said, not to the exclusion of men. So let's get it right. Not to the exclusion of men, but the men are already there. It is for us women to be able to have more outlet, and to have those collaborations and those synergies, and and then grow from there, because we only scratch the surface.
I love that.
It's funny that not funny, but like recently, I've seen a couple of snippets that people have taken of Shaggy, kind of saying like he's looking for the next reggae superstar. And it's not that it's not like a show, but every time I see it, I'm thinking that actually could be a show. That actually could be a thing. And now I know you're saying you weren't speaking of reggae specifically. You were speaking of soca. But if everyone came together, that could be something. That's the whole point of Carib Star Radio, right? Is to bring everybody. We can't just do it one island can't do it alone. Like, you know what I mean? We literally need everybody to come together. That's how we're on iHeartRadio right now. Kevin, his family, he's from Grenada. You know, I'm representing Barbados and St. Vincent. We have all other personalities from Trinidad and Jamaica clearly represented. So I love the fact that you're so passionate about that, and I could definitely see something coming from that. But what else do you have planned for the remainder of this year of 2024?
Well, I have quite a bit of touring, of course.
Yeah.
I'm actually heading to Jamaica this weekend for Jamaica Carnival.
Kevin gonna be there.
Yeah, of course he will.
Of course, of course.
Come on now.
What is Carnival without Alison Hinds and Kevin Crown? Come on.
Come on.
Come on,
Like,
man.
yeah. I actually have a cruise that I'm going to be doing a part of this year. It's the first time that I'm doing this particular cruise. It's a cruise that's been going on for a while. It is radio personality Tom Joyner, his cruise, Fantastic Voyage, which is it's actually a huge fundraiser. He uses some of the funds go towards helping students in historically Black colleges and universities, and to help them, I guess, earmark students with their education, their fee, tuition, whatever they need. So it's a huge fundraiser. He's a big philanthropist. And the cruise that he does is really, it's a who's who of pop and R&B and different artists. And I am going to make history because it's the first time that
Say it again.
I shall be making history again.
Again.
With being the first soca artist to be included in this particular sailing this year. I'm actually going to be the only soca artist.
Oh, come on. Yes. Talk them things.
And, I'm going to be in the company of people like Shaka Khan.
Oh.
Method Man or Redman.
Come on.
Brown and Ja Rule and Ashanti and Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah. Love that for you.
So I am before that I'm doing Love and Harmony, which is Beres Hammond's cruise, and of course I'm very, very happy to be on that because of course Dr. Beresford Hammond will be there alongside Dr. Alison Hinds.
I was, you know what? Part of my manners.
You better talk.
Goodness,
You better talk the things, them. You better talk. You better talk.
I didn't do. Let me. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not know right now, it is no longer just the soca queen Alison Hinds. You gotta put some respect with a K.
Come on with it.
Dr. Alison Hinds. Yeah.
How you be a queen and a
Sorry
doctor?
about that, Alison.
How you a queen and a doctor? You're just a doctor queen or queen doctor. I don't even know. When I introduce you, I don't even know what the doctor queen doctor.
Dr. Queen? Is it Dr. Queen?
Dr. Queen or queen doctor.
Yes,
whatever it is, you just got to put some respect.
There you go. There's
Ali,
also also the cultural ambassadorship.
Oh,
so that's with that note, that official title is Her Excellency.
You better talk to them.
This is what I'm talking about. And we have a segment on the show called Get It Off Our Chest. We'll get it off your chest. And I just want to say something to you. I don't think I've ever said this to you, but
get it off your chest, Kevin Crown.
You don't even know how instrumental you've been in just my whole career. Because when I was first coming up, when I first decided to play music, soca music was the first thing that that was my job on my sound system. Shout out to King Crown. That was the soca guy. And, during those times, we used to have to search for records. I remember looking for Ragamuffin on wax for like 6 months. Right. I remember, I forget the name of the album, but the record, there was a red one and it was a blue one. And we had to have both of them. This was your square one days, and this was the Bayesian invasion, and it was either Crossfire or it was square one. If you didn't have that in your soca set, you was not playing no soca. I'm telling you right now. And I learned a lot about DJing and soca music, collecting your music, and I just want to say thank you. And so much years later, we actually met, and then we actually became like friends. It's like me and Alison a friend. Allie would just hit me up. Kevin, I'm in town. I'm like, word, what's up? And I remember one time I had to be her bodyguard one time in Trinidad.
In Trinidad, that's right.
And I was really serious about my job, and I just saw the way people reacted to you. And just the grace, your excellency that is the proper name for you. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And I just want to say, I live in Barbados as well as Alison Hinds. And anybody walking beside her turns into a bodyguard. You would turn into a bodyguard, and you would turn into a camera. You would turn into a photographer. That is it. Yeah. Nobody cares. I don't care who is walking beside Alison Hinds. You are a bodyguard, and you feel very protective over her, and then you turn into a photographer because somebody gonna come to you and ask you, "Can you take a picture?" I mean, excuse me.
That's a fact.
Since I'm just chopped liver over here, no problem.
That's a fact.
So, but Alison, I know we do have to wrap up. Thank you so much for coming in.
We're not
done. No, we're not done. We're just saying. We not. Furthermore, you need to come back on as a guest host and all of that.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
We're gonna get there. So I know. Not I know. Clearly, I know. Something we did together, the Alison Hinds experience.
Yes.
In December. The name just gives me chills. I really do love that because that's what it truly was. We kind of gave people a sample of just being in your zone and in your energy and in your vibe. And I personally, just as a fan, not even this, just me. I would tell you, as a fan, I'm ready to witness the next Alison Hinds up close and personal. Get to know Alison, acoustic. You know what I mean? Like, even I'm around you pretty frequently, and I'm still in awe of you when you're performing. Literally, like and it's not just like this age group or this age group. It's not just men. It's like everybody. Your presence is just demanding, and I just can't wait for you to do another one. So hopefully, I'm saying that to say that I'm hoping that we're gonna do another one by the end of this year, so people can really truly experience you. What do you have to say in regards to that?
Yeah, I completely. The energy of that show was crazy. Like, it was so organically amazing, and I really do look forward to doing another installment. I mean, then we did our postmortem, and we know what we need to do better in terms of how we do this. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do another Alison Hinds experience, and because it was an experience for me too. It was an experience I don't usually get with the fans, which is that up close and personal kind of energy. And people were right there, but they were so respectful. But they had such a good time. Like, we had an amazing time. The feedback from everyone was just so positive, and it was so great. So I'm really looking forward to doing another installment this year. And I don't know. We got up the thing.
Got to.
I got one more question. Sorry to cut you. Sorry. Go ahead. Speak. Sorry, Your Excellency. I'm so sorry. My apologies, please. I beg.
No problem.
So
look, you gotta do a little.
Yeah, I had to humble myself. But You mentioned you want to like I don't know if the mentor is the word, the next generation of female soca artists, and how this is like a statement and a question, because when I outside, I've been outside for many years, and I notice sometimes female artists in particular, not just in soca but in music general, sometimes they just rely on the fact that they look good, they have a nice body, and they're sexy, and that's gonna get them through. But you have never done that. I've never seen you just walk on stage and just parade around like a dolly. You always took command, just like a Bungie, just like a Marshall, just like a Edwin. You always took front stage and commanded that crowd. And how important is that to know, to balance the thing. Yeah, you're female and yeah, you're sexy, but you still have to go out there and perform.
Good question, Kevin.
Yes, very good. Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. It's way beyond, for me, the looking good and the image and the pretty and the whatever, that is as a result of, I don't know, good genes, great stylists, those kinds of things. But at the foundation of everything has to be your music. It has to be your music. Your music has to speak to people first. And otherwise, you are just a pretty girl on a stage. And if you look at the current crop of women in soca in particular, they're all stunning. They're all beautiful. They are, if you want to bring your game, you gotta be more than pretty. To be substance behind it. There has to be music, whatever that music is, and it has to be great music. It has to be top quality, and there has to be more to you than there has to be more to you than pretty. You know what I mean? Like, it's great to and I would never tell anybody, you shouldn't wear this or don't wear that or thing, I would never, because at the end of the day, what you're comfortable in, what you feel, what works. If you're working with your team and you have a stylist, because everybody doesn't, and if it's working, cool, go ahead. You cannot please everybody. Do not ever think that you could please everybody, because you can't. Just make sure that what you do, that you do it in such a way that you stay classy, that you stay respectful of yourself, and especially and I would say this to both men and women, within this business, that that part of it is very important, because our male artists also have to look at the way that they treat women when it comes to their performances, when it comes to the way that they portray women in music, and that kind of stuff. Like, all of those things we have to look at as artists. We People will say, oh, and I remember being a young female artist, and people saying to me, well, you need to be a role model, and to a point. But at the end of the day, I am an artist, and I express myself the way that I feel comfortable expressing myself. And everybody isn't going to like it. And I can't try to please everybody. It ain't gonna happen. And as long as I am respectful, I knew what my cutoff was in terms of what I was willing to do on stage. Somebody else's line may be further than mine. It might be there may not be a line for some artists. And you have to figure that out. You have to figure that out. And also, you have to look at, you're a young artist. You may be a young artist now. Look down the line, 10 years, 15 years. Are you going to be able to look back and be happy with what you did? Are you going to feel comfortable? Are you going to be proud of the music that you produced, and your performances and how you conducted yourself and all of that? Those are very real things, especially if you want to be in this business seriously. If you just want to sing and just, it's a side hustle kind of thing, cool. That is quite fine. You do you. If you want to be in this business for any length of time, then you have to look at what is the quality of the music that I'm putting out. What are my performances like? Am I going to be able to look back at this and say, yes, I'm happy with what I did? Like and that is a very individual thing, but we also have to look at it that there's generations coming up that are watching us. There's generations coming up that are watching the young female artists that are out right now, and whatever is going to be the new crop that's coming. And the male artists ain't getting away from this. Artists also have to look at what is it you're putting out there? What is the content that you're putting out? How is this going to reflect on you? Because you're going to always be 20. You're not always going to be 25. You're going to get to, God willing, you will get to 40 and 45 and 50. How is this music going to age? Is it going to age well? Or is it just disposable music that's just going to be out there for now? And then you look back and it's like, well, nobody can remember half of my songs. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a very nuanced kind of thing. And I'm hoping that because I'm seeing the way that women are claiming their space and claiming who they are, claiming their sexuality and their feminineness and everything else that comes along with being a woman, and embracing it and being proud of it, and not letting anyone shame them, and be strong in your conviction, and be aware. Being aware is key.
I love that, man.
Well,
I love that.
I know, Alison, you already know. First of all, I'm going to say it again. This is just your first time here, okay? We can't make this your last time.
Come back.
Definitely. You're definitely giving proper co-host, no, actually, full-on host energy. We would love, first of all, the Alison Hinds show sounds wonderful. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't get me going, Alison, because you already know my brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know my brain goes crazy when it comes to you. Like
that idea she had, I already have I have an idea for it. Barbados Got Talent, right?
Correct.
Executive producer Alison Hinds, right? Hold on. And then we move into the Caribbean, and the St. Vincent got talent, Jamaica got talent. And then when, after a year, when they pick us up, it's the Caribbean Got Talent, right? And it's on mainstream. You could get it on Netflix, Apple Pay, all that. Or Apple Pay and the streaming service, but you know what I mean.
So normally when we wrap up a show, Kevin has some fun questions that he loves to ask everyone.
Right.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Yes. Now, but I do have a music question for one more music before we get into it. All right.
No problem. But you know what? We could probably just take a quick break.
Take a quick break and come right back. All right.
And come right back. This is Caropstar Radio. The Alison Hinds Doctor, the Soca Queen, Her Excellency is in the building. Keep it locked right here.
Yes. Definitely, that's what it is, man. Oh my gosh, man. This interview is gonna go down in history. She's still here, Dr. Queen, Her Excellency,
Her Majesty,
Her Highness.
Her Highness.
Alison Hinds is in the building. So, before we went to break, I said I had a music question. Now, I always, I'm a very vocal guy, and I like to give people experiences when I play music. And one of the things I say, before there was Afrobeats, there was this song, and I dropped Faluma. Right? Now, like that was kind of unheard of back then with the African influences. You know, it's everywhere now. But you know what? I know the story, but I need you to tell us the story of how you infused Africa and African music in your music.
Well, it actually happened, I guess I want to say by accident kind of thing, because we did not plan on recording that song. We had learned the song. It's from Suriname, and we had learned the song for a tour that we were going to do, a week-long tour in Suriname, and we had a huge concert that was booked. It was sold out, everything. And so we wanted to know what was the most popular song in the country at that time, the most popular local song in particular, because there were times that Square One would do that when we were going into maybe a new territory, that we would find out what are the most popular local songs, and maybe learn like two of them, to because it really connects you and it endears you to the audience that much more, in addition to your own music that's popular. And so we got the song, and I was like, I don't know how I can sing this because I don't know what language this is. And I just had to sit down and listen to it, and go phonetically and get it phonetically correct. We went to Suriname. We did a media tour leading up to the actual show, and people were just excited when I would just sing like a little a cappella part of it. They were not expecting that. They were how did this band from the Eastern Caribbean, learn a song that is, so connected to us in Suriname. And fun fact, the intro at the beginning of Faluma on the record is from the night of the concert that we performed this
Really?
live. So that wasn't created. It's not canned, sound. It's actually part of the live recording that we did that night in Suriname. And we decided to put that at the top of the song before the rest of the recording. And had a successful tour, sold out. It was on TV, it was on radio all over Suriname. Like, it was crazy. And we left and we went back to Barbados, and we were on the club circuit at that time. So we decided, why not continue to play this song and see how people, vibe. So we would play it, when we're playing our party, up tempo, soca, power soca. And people just gravitated towards this song. We had a fan base, a hardcore fan base that would follow us around. And it was because of those fans, they were like, y'all need to record this song. We don't know what the song's saying, but we don't care, because it speaks to something inside of us, and y'all need to record this song. And we were recording whatever album that was that year, because I can't remember no more. And we then had to sit down while we were recording and say, well, it seems like we need to record this song. I think we were a good ways into the album by that time, so we would have been getting ready to kind of start to wrap up and shut off recording. And we decided, I think between Terry was the musical director at the time, and Patrick was the manager, and he was the band leader. And we, between them and then us, we had the conversation. And we thought, okay, let's record this song. And we actually got in contact with the original group, and we flew them in because we wanted them to be there for the recording.
Wow.
And make sure that we had everything, that my pronunciation was correct, that everything that we were doing was correct. And I believe that they also sang some of the background vocals on the track as well. So, because we wanted to make it inclusive, we didn't want to make them feel like we was trying to steal the song or trying to do anything like that. So when we brought out the song, I mean, as they say, the rest is history. The song came out, and people absolutely lost their ever loving minds. We honestly did not know that this song was going to have that effect. We didn't know. We could not have predicted that it would have had the kind of effect on people that it did, because basically as soon as it came, you know, when you talk about number one with a bullet, like that was number one, the laser, because it came out and that was it. Everybody lost it completely, and everywhere, and it just went. It was like wildfire. It just spread everywhere. It went up to the US and the UK and everywhere. It just went everywhere. And I remember performing that song in Square One, and people just hearing the intro and losing it before we even got into, you know, it is to see people in the crowd. You'll see girls just trying to see how much more than could pelt waist. Like you didn't pelt in waist for the whole night. Like now, right now is when the real pelt waist is going to happen. Like the response was phenomenal. And up until now, it is crazy that I will be on stage and people are like, Faluma!
Allison. On that note, we're doing all this talking about this song right here. I think it is only right. I think it is only appropriate on Carib Star Radio, on your Caribbean Sunrise with Kevin Crown and Vane. Allison Hinds, would you like to introduce this song right now?
Yes. I am going to introduce this big bad tune. This is a classic. It is undeniable. Thoroughly enjoy this amazing track coming from the iconic band Square One and the queen herself, me, Alison Hinds. Check it out, Faluma.
Yes. Oh my gosh, those bringing back memories. What a time to be alive. I remember when you talk about pelting waist. I remember, I back then I never got the opportunity back then to really play the soca shows, but I used to go to the soca shows, and that's how we stayed in shape. We never knew nothing about no Blink Fitness or no Planet Fitness or nothing. The way we stayed in shape, we went to soca parties and we used to whine until our ab muscles would hurt. You know them styles, you know them ways? Where your whole all up here just teared on. I said, I'm not stopping. And the best thing, it was no phones, it was no social media, it was just go and enjoy yourself. You know,
Correct.
but you definitely. I feel like I'm a part of a documentary right now. It's just like, you know,
You might be.
just information that, you know, I knew, but you know, when she, you know, you go into such depth and detail, it's just like wow. And you know, we need to understand, and I'm talking to the soca community, you know, in particular, because we have a way of canceling music. We have a way of saying, you know, we tired of hearing those songs. We don't want to hear those songs. I'm here to tell you that is the history. That is the genesis. These songs are to be celebrated. These are our classics, and we don't throw our classics away. You know what I mean? So you guys who want to cancel and say, yo, we tired of this, we tired of that, we tired of that energy. All right. So as long as I'm doing my thing, I'm always gonna pay respect to that time frame. You know, just once again, thank you so much. And you know, that's my sister, that's the queen, that's my friend. So, you know, me and Ali, we gonna hang out soon. But we do have we have another part of the interview, you know. I think
This is the fun part.
This is the fun part.
Well, no, the whole interview was fun. Let's start there.
But I think I interviewed before, and you went through this before, so I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. I'm gonna switch this. I'm gonna switch up. All right.
All right, no problem. Go
As
ahead.
always, there are no wrong answers. This is just your opinion. You can pass, but it's always fun when you answer. All right. Performance wise, Faluma or Togetherness?
Togetherness.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
together.
Okay.
That,
Okay.
yeah.
Another one. Performance wise, Iron Bazodi or Roll It Gal.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh Lord, Kevin.
That could be a sample right
Yeah,
there.
I think Mazudi.
I think so too, to be honest. And both songs are just
Yeah, I love singing Roll It Gal. Love, love, love. Um, I think Basil D just with the danciness of it and just the, as you Trinise would say, that love way kind of vibe that it has. I always enjoy Basil D. Not to the detriment of Roll It Gal though, Lily. We met that clear.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
preference.
yeah, yeah.
We not saying one is bad and one is good. We just
Right.
this is our preference thing. This is
Yes.
we don't want
Yeah.
nobody getting upset. We don't want nobody.
Right.
There's no canceling going on here. All right, So we're gonna get a little deeper into the conversation now. Okay. All right. Woo. Marsha Montano
Uh-oh.
or Kess.
Oh, Kevin. Come on, Kevin Crown.
Oh,
Come on, Kevin Crown.
Ben.
Woo yo yo yo.
Holy. What you doing with me, dude? Please don't break.
She said it. She said it. Teach the people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Do, 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 do.
I can't make that choice.
Yeah,
I
okay.
swear
Yeah. That's a hard one.
I
That's
cannot.
That was rough.
That was rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. I did
That
that.
one-
Yeah, that's
That
tough
was
one.
that was a belly searcher, my dude. That
Yeah,
was a belly searcher.
that was crazy because people will so that's what you choose. Let me tell you something.
God.
But
Now, boy.
all right. Let's
I got
you got
one
one?
too.
Go ahead.
I feel Alison. I want you to answer one of these. Let me see. Fayanne or Patrice?
Oh no. Oh. Why wanna try to set me up to get killed? Huh?
I'ma just
Why you wanna try to set me up?
No, I know that one wasn't fair. That wasn't
that's
fair.
crazy
That wasn't
right
fair.
there. That's I passed that for you.
I passed it
that
for
for
you
you.
and
She go-
myself.
she
You,
go-
you can't answer that.
Why
Alright,
you
let's-
you supposed to be my friend? How you?
All right, let's.
Oh.
I'm gonna take the pressure off. This is easy.
Go.
Beanie Man or Rodney Price, Bounty Killer.
Beanie Man for me.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
Not I don't like Bounty Killer, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
Beanie for me, Beanie got for me personally, Beanie got
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Jordan.
What
Yeah,
time,
I knew
Jordan?
that one. I knew that.
What time, Jordan?
And you know why? Because without Michael Jordan, there could not be a LeBron James.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Hear that now?
Yeah.
Wow, I heard the bass in your voice, Allison.
You hear
You
that?
understand?
You,
I said it.
you hear
I
that?
said it. I
I
said
love
it.
that.
All right. Let me see how I could do this. Biggie Smalls or Tupac?
I'm not a big hip hop girl.
Okay, so she's not. All right. Okay.
I like some of Biggie's songs. I like some of Tupac songs. But to say, I've never gotten into that argument.
Okay,
because
got you.
I was never that heavy into either of their music.
Okay.
Okay, that's a solid answer. Solid answer.
That's cool. Vane, you got your world famous one, but I think I already
I
know
know the answer to this one.
I think I know the answer.
Actually, no, I already know the answer.
No, I mean, we got to ask it, man. Everybody
Ask
goes
it anyway?
Yeah, ask
All
it
right.
anyway. I think I know the answer.
I think I know the answer
think I know
too.
the answer.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Come on now. Come on. Of course it's Beyonce. No, I'm kidding. It is Rihanna. It is Rihanna. I had to mess with you. I had to mess with y'all.
Yo, that was close. That was close.
that was a good
you
one.
almost threw me off there.
Yeah, my
you
heart
almost
just
threw me
stopped
off
a little
there.
bit. Like what?
No, I love. Listen, our billionaire princess. I am all about her. I am all about her. I am
Alice,
all.
and we are all about you.
Yes.
We do not want you to be a stranger at all. The station, well, Capstar Radio is new to iHeartRadio, which of course is available across all 50 states. Our website, capstarradio.com. We're
gonna make a segment
available
for Alison
all over the world. And then, of course, we are expanding even more. So thank you for being a part of the journey, like early on. And as we grow, we want you to continue to come back. We will always support you. You are. I don't even have to say that.
We're gonna make a segment for you, Allie.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
That's
I would
what
love
we need.
that.
We need. I don't know what it's gonna
It's
be.
already done.
But we're gonna make a segment for. I feel.
It's already done.
Listen. There's a lot of stuff that is going on. But for this time we spent together today, I feel like the world just stood still. And we just had a great conversation. And I just want to say thank you for taking your time out. I know you're very busy. I know you're very royal with all your royal duties. I just want to thank you so much.
Meanwhile, she's probably just going to Shafet, talk about royal duties. Royal duties.
I love Shafet.
You said
I should have asked her. Wait. Shafet or KFC?
Don't see you that often.
Shafet or KFC?
Oh, come on now.
Come on. That's a given.
Come on now. Like, come on, man. Like, tell me something else, because I'll be chef all day, every day, like all day.
All day.
There you go. There you go.
All day.
Well, Alison, thank you so much again for
I'm flying to Barbados.
your new. Thank you for visiting your new home.
I'm coming. I'm coming Barbados. After Jamaica, I come to spend 2 days with you in Barbados.
You should.
You should.
That's a fact.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much also for tuning in Capstar Radio. And of course, make sure you're following us on social media. This interview will be live on our YouTube channel, so go ahead and subscribe. You can find us on Capstar Radio Live. Go ahead and hit the subscription button, so when this video drops, the full interview drops, you do not miss Dr.
Queen.
Soca Queen, Your Highness, Your Majesty, Alison Hinds.
That's what it is, man. We out of here, people.